Hi students, today we are going to discuss about Topper IIT NEET Foundation. In that 7th class biology, the second lesson. So what is the second lesson? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation. So this is the second topic. In that topic, we are already discussed about ingestion. So how the different organisms are taking the food materials. After the taking of the food materials with the help of mouth or with the help of hands, with the help of tentacles, or or by using any organs, they are taking food material into the mouth. After the food material is enter into the mouth region, then lot of chemical reactions will be occurs. So from the mouth, there is the food material is enter into buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity, there are three pairs of salivary glands are there, like parotid glands, submaxillary glands, sublingual glands are there, and from that pharynx is another organ. From the pharynx onwards, the food material is slowly enter into the esophagus. So esophagus, from the esophagus is slowly enter into the region called as stomach. So this is the way of the food material movement. So during the movement of this food material, so up to that we are already discussed in last class. After that we are going to discuss about how the further digestion or further movement of the food material will be takes place. So from the food material, from the esophagus, the food material is slowly moves into stomach. So in between this esophagus and stomach, there is a regulating valve is there here. The regulating valve slowly moves the food material into the stomach. Once the food material is slowly enter into the stomach, then again it is not reached to the backward, means the backward flow of food material movement was prevented by the valve which is present in between this esophagus and stomach region. So there is in the left side of our body, below the diaphragm region, a stomach will be present. So this stomach is somewhat J-shaped structure. So this J-shaped structure containing stomach, inside that there are so many number of regions are there, because inside the stomach there are so many number of muscular layers are there, and some other different layers are also, tissue layers are also there. So in that longitudinal muscles and so many circular muscles are also there. Due to the presence of different variety of the muscles are undergoing contraction and relaxation process. During the contraction and relaxation process, the food material is somewhat churned or mixed up by the whatever the material which is released from the stomach walls, means inside the stomach valve, there are some of the glands, particular glands are there. They are called as gastric glands. These gastric glands are releasing some juice like secretions called as gastric juice, which this gastric juice is acidic in nature, acidic in nature, and besides this gastric juice, it also releases some acidic solution that is called as hydrochloric acid. So this hydrochloric acid is plays a very important role in killing of different microorganisms which are enter with that of the food material. So if any microorganisms, if we are eating any contaminated food material, the contaminated food material containing whatever the microorganisms, that will be destroyed by this is HCl hydrochloride solution. And after that killing of the microorganisms, the food material is slowly mixed up with this gastric acid, the gastric juice. So the gastric juice is somewhat acidic in nature, and it is containing so many number of digestive enzymes. These digestive enzymes are present in the gastric juice, are mixed with this food material which is enter into the stomach. So and whenever the gastric juice is mixed with the food material, then somewhat the food material is further digested in this stomach. So mainly whatever the proteinaceous food material which is taken as the food that is digested inside the stomach region, not carbohydrate, not lipids or fats, not the any other food material, only the proteins which are taken from the food materials that are digested inside the stomach region with the help of gastric juice. After that, this food material is converted in the stomach into partly digested food material like a ball shaped structure. So this ball shaped partly digested food material inside the stomach is called as chyme. What is that food material? Chyme. So this chyme is somewhat mixed up with the gastric acid due to the presence of the contractions and relaxations which are present inside the stomach region. So that movements, the contractions and relaxations which are made by the muscles which are present inside the stomach walls are called as peristaltic movements. What are they? Peristaltic movements. These peristaltic movements are plays very important role in mixing up of the food material. Means upward food material is comes into lower side, and lower side food material is comes into upper side, and total food material will be somewhat churned up with the help of this peristaltic movements. Then from the stomach region, and inside this stomach region there are mainly three regions are there. So the anterior which is below to the heart region, that is called as cardiac region will be there. So this is called as cardiac region, and in between this the middle region is called as fundic region, and below the region is called as pyloric region. What is that region? Pyloric region. So how many regions are there in the stomach? Inside the stomach there are three regions are there. One is called as cardiac region, and the second one is called as fundic region, and the third one is called as pyloric region. Inside that the food material is somewhat churned with the help of the peristaltic movement. After that from the pyloric region the food material is slowly enter into the duodenum. So from duodenum, so in between this stomach and duodenum there is another wall to prevent the backward flow of the food material. Backward flow of the food material. That valve is called as pyloric valve, or this is also called as pyloric sphincter. This pyloric sphincter is connects the stomach with this duodenum layer. So duodenum is connects to the stomach region with the help of this sphincter muscle, that is called as pyloric sphincter valve. So this sphincter valve prevents the food backward direction of the food material. Then from the stomach region the food material is slowly enter into the duodenum. So inside this duodenum it is also mixed with some of the glands released secretions. So there is in this U-shaped tube-like structure there is a gland is there, that is called as pancreas. This pancreas is acts as both the exocrine and endocrine gland because it releases some hormone like secretion. That's why pancreas is considered as the endocrine gland. And besides this hormonal secretions, it is also plays a very important role in releasing of different digestive enzymes. So these digestive enzymes containing pancreatic juice is also mixed with the help of pancreatic means inside the pancreas the digestive pancreatic juice will be secreted. From this pancreatic juice, it is connected to the pancreatic duct. From this pancreatic duct, it slowly enter into the duodenum region. Means from the duodenum, inside the duodenum, what is the food material which is coming from the stomach region. So from the stomach region, the food material is slowly enter into the duodenum. From in the duodenum, the food material is mixed with the whatever the pancreatic juice which is released by this pancreas. So that pancreatic juice is somewhat basic in nature. Which nature it is? Basic, somewhat alkaline. Means up to 8 to 8.5 pH range will be there inside this pancreatic juice. So this pancreatic juice is mixed with duodenum containing food material. And besides this, in the right side of the region also there is another biggest gland is there, that is called as liver. So in our body, what is the largest gland present in our human being's body is, that is nothing but, what is that body? Liver. So liver is one of the biggest gland which is present inside of our body. Approximately 1 to 1.5 kgs weight will be there for this liver. So this liver is containing 2 lobes. How many lobes are present in this liver? 2 lobes are there. One is right lobe and the second one is left lobe. So how many lobes are there? Some right lobe is there and left lobe is there. So inside in this right and left lobes, left lobe is somewhat smaller when compared to the right lobe. And in between these lobes, in between these right and left lobes, there is a one conical shaped projection like a structure will be there, that is called as it is ends with a bulb shaped structure. So this bulb shaped conical projection like a structure is called as gallbladder. So this gallbladder is releasing some of the juicy like secretions from the liver, that is called as bile juice. What is the juice which is secreted by the liver? Bile juice. So this bile juice is also somewhat basic in nature. Approximately 8 to 8.5 range will be there. This basic nature containing bile juice is also mixed with the food material which is released into the duodenum. Means this liver region is inside, it is connected to the duodenum through a common bile duct. Through the common bile duct region, the liver is connected to the duodenum. So from the common bile duct region, whatever the bile juice which is secreted by the liver is enter into the duodenum, and in the duodenum whatever the food material is coming from the stomach region is mixed with this bile juice, and common pancreatic duct is also there. This releases pancreatic juice and it is also mixed with this food material, and this bile and pancreatic juice mixed food material is slowly moves from a duodenum U-shaped tube to the small intestine. So from this liver to from which where it is present, so liver to it is connected to the small intestine region. So inside like this it will be there. So from the esophagus region, it is enter, the food material is enter into stomach region. The stomach region is it is a J-shaped structure, and it is divided into mainly three regions. One is cardiac region, and fundic region, and pyloric region. So this cardiac region, fundic region, pyloric region, inside that there are some of the inside that there are some of the muscles are there, longitudinal and circular muscles are there. Due to these muscles, the organisms are showing somewhat contraction and relaxation. So this contraction and relaxation, they are also called as peristaltic movements. Then the food material from the stomach, it is slowly enter into a U-shaped tube that is called as duodenum. So in the duodenum, it is connected to the one side with pancreas and another side with the liver region. So the pancreas is connected with the help of common pancreatic duct, and liver is connected to the duodenum with the help of common bile duct. So this pancreas, inside this pancreas, there are some of the small structures are called as acini are there. What are there? Acini are there, and these acini containing structures are releasing some of the digestive enzymes containing juice-like components. They are called as pancreatic juice. Whatever the pancreatic juice which is released from the pancreas, it is slowly enter into this pancreatic duct, and from this pancreatic duct it is enter into the duodenum, and from the liver inside at opposite to the stomach region, at right side region, there is one of the biggest gland that is called as in human being's body. What is the largest gland means? That is nothing but liver. So this liver is containing two lobes. One is right lobe and left lobe. In between these lobes, there is one bulb shaped, conical shaped projection like structure is called as gallbladder is there. From this gallbladder, there is somewhat juicy like secretion that is called as bile juice is present. Bile juice is secreted. So this bile juice is also somewhat basic in nature. It is connected to common bile duct through the duodenum, and from this duodenum, whatever the released bile juice is mixed with the food material which is comes from the stomach, and inside this the pancreatic juice is also mixed with this food material, and the food material is slowly enter into the small intestine. So the small intestine, inside this there is approximately 7 meters length small intestine tube like structure will be there. So this is small tube like structure approximately 7 meters length, 0.5 meters diameter containing intestine is present. So the anterior region of this intestine is called as ileum, and the posterior region of the small intestine is called as jejunum. So how many parts are there in the small intestine? 2 parts are there. One is called as ileum, means duodenum is also one of the part of small intestine. So from the duodenum, the food material is slowly enter into ileum. From this ileum, it is slowly enter into the jejunum. So the anterior part of the small intestine is called as ileum, and the posterior part is called as jejunum. So this ileum and jejunum, inside the intestinal layers there are some of the intestinal glands are present. What are they? Intestinal glands. These intestinal glands are also releasing some intestinal juice. What is the juice which is released from the intestinal walls? That is called as intestinal juice. So this the intestinal juice is somewhat basic in nature. Approximately 8 to 8.5 pH will be there for this intestinal juice. And this intestinal juice is mixed with the food material which is present in the small intestine. So inside this duodenum the food material is mixed with bile juice and pancreatic juice, and whenever it is slowly enter into the ileum and jejunum, then the intestinal glands releasing intestinal juice which is also called as succus entericus. So the succus entericus is also mixed with this food material, and whatever the enzymes which are released from this bile juice, pancreatic juice and succus entericus are mixed with that food material, and the food material is completely digested inside the small intestine. Okay, complete digestion of the food material will be occurs in small intestine. So inside that complete means whatever the food material containing carbohydrates are there, or proteinaceous food material is there, or fat or lipid material containing food materials are there, these are all are completely digested with the help of the enzymes which are present inside the bile juice and pancreatic juice and intestinal juice, and the complete digestion of small intestine and leads to the it is slowly enter into the large intestine, from which it is enter into large intestine. So the large intestine itself, it is containing how many parts? Three parts are there. How many parts are there? Three parts are there. One part is called as cecum, and from that it is enter into the another region that is called as colon, and it inside this there will be another part that is called as rectum will be there. From this rectum it is connected to the anus region. So from the small intestine, whatever the digested food material is there, that is absorbed into our body tissues with the help of the blood, and whatever the undigested food material is there, that is slowly enter into the large intestine. Inside the large intestine, the walls are containing some of the membranous like structures. These membranous like structures are plays a very important role in reabsorption of the materials, means whatever the excess amount of the minerals are there, or whatever the useful nutrient materials are there, or whatever the excess amount of water is there, that excess materials will be reabsorbed by this large intestine, and then the undigested, whatever the undigested and unwanted food material which is present in this small intestine, large intestine, is slowly enter into the rectum. From the rectum it is connected to the anal canal. From the anal canal it is enter into the anus region. So like that from the large intestine is located in the lower part of the abdominal region, means somewhat upper part region. There will be duodenum and small intestine anterior part will be there. Whenever it is slowly enter into the lower region of the abdomen, there are a large intestine is there. So large intestine is somewhat approximately 1.5 meters in length, and to 1.5 meters in length, and it is containing different parts like cecum will be there, and from cecum it is slowly enter into the colon. This colon, inside this there is somewhat vestigial organ called vestigial organ like a bulb shaped structure is called as appendix will be there. So this appendix is somewhat vestigial organ. This can't place any important role in this appendix region, but in rodents the somewhat this appendix region containing microorganisms are helpful for digestion of the food material. Then the food material, whatever it is reached into the large intestine, it is slowly enter into the rectum, and in the rectum the walls are plays a very important role in whatever the unwanted food materials containing excess water and excess minerals and excess amount of materials will be reabsorbed by this wall of the large intestine, and remaining whatever the undigested food material will be there, that is slowly enter into the rectum. From the rectum it is connected to the anal canal, and from the anal canal the egestion, means the defecation of the unwanted material will be occurs. So in this whenever the food material is reached into large intestine, the movement of the food material is somewhat slower when compared to the remaining parts. So for the easy movement of that bowled or undigested food material, whenever if you are taking food material with the help of roughages or fibers containing food material, means then slow the easy movement of the food material will be occurs inside this large intestine. Then easy defecation process is occurs inside the large intestine. So like that the complete structure of the digestive system will be occurs in this region. So like what is the vestigial organ which is coming from the body, human being's body? Appendix region. So it is a one bulb shaped structure which is continuous with the cecum. So and the upper region of the cecum is called as a colon, and it is finally connected to the rectum region. Inside the colon and rectum, the walls are plays a very important role in reabsorption of the materials, and from that rectum the food material is the undigested material is enter into anal canal. From that the defecation process will be occurs. So this is the structure of digestive system. Then how the digestive process will be occurs, and what is the physiology of digestion, in next class we will discuss. Okay, thank you.